on. Gotta make sure I have everything recording. Uh, I learned a lot with the podcast as well. So it's not like I go in. That's why I was able to ask a lot of questions, a lot of like questions that I didn't know, because I didn't know a lot about that stuff, and which is perfect. Makes for a perfect podcast, because I ask a bunch of questions that maybe you guys would ask, right? So, what up, brother? Hope you're doing good, man. What's up, L40? What's up, bro? How are you? We're doing great over here. Just chatting with all the sucias and the sucios. Shout out to all the fellas that also join up and have a conversation too, because shout out to the guys, the confident guys. I like how you ate that big cookie. Can you eat my cookie like that? First of all, Bell's Beauty, that's a concha, not a cookie. Does it mean that he ain't attracted to me if he's never hard only when he slides it in? This ain't my man. This is a man I mess with. He's also has always done like grinding, but not penetration. So it's his problem. It's not your problem, girl. It's his problem because if, for the most part, guys can get hard even when they're not attracted to somebody. Like you can turn them on. And if you were able to get it hard, it's not you, they're going through issues. That's why I wanted to do this podcast with Vessel Wellness and Beauty, because we talk about a lot of that stuff. So is it your fault? No, absolutely not, because he's the one struggling, going through issues, and it's making you feel like it's your problem when it's not. Need advice, found out. Hold on, what does it say? Need advice, found out a toxic ex put me on the T app, but yet she calls me crying. What do I do? See, what sucks about the T app is there's people on there who can put just like a bunch of false information, and then other people are gonna believe it, right? You're doing the right thing. If she's an ex, L40, leave her as an ex, maybe block her, because at the end of the day, you can't do anything with, especially if you're not into her anymore and she's crying, calling you and stuff like that. You have to learn to where to set some boundaries, draw a line, be like, yo, like I can't be doing this. Like you're not my girl. We're not, like, I get it. Maybe she's struggling with some issues or something like that, but there's plenty of people to help her with those issues. You can just tell her that ain't me, dog. That ain't me. Because the more you answer and the more you give her the attention she's looking for, the more she's going to continue to do it. Okay. Hello from AZ again. What's up, Selena? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? I love watching your videos. Gracias, Dolores. I appreciate you, girl. Ali, how are you? I don't think I worry about it. It don't feed into the app like that. Yeah, you got to take that app with a grain of salt, because my little brother was on the app, and then someone sent me a message and said I was on the app, and I was like, what the fuck? I don't know if I was on the app as a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. So, I like your hat. Gracias. Hey, just FYI. Buy her some flowers, okay? Hola, amor. What's up, Mona? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? We're going to get into the questions here in a little bit. I just pray for her, brother. Got 10 red flags. I haven't been on 10 dates. Yeah, see, so sometimes this is what I'm thinking that happens on the app. I'm thinking girls will post somebody on the app, even if they're not talking to them, just to get dirt. Because you know how easy it'd be, like, anyone dating this person, and then you're just gonna find out a bunch of tea. Oh, I'm talking to him. Oh, I'm talking to him. Or even feed false information. So at the end of the day, like, you know who you are, what you're about. They can say whatever they want on the app. That's just how it is. Hello, Mariposa, ¿cómo estás? Forgot flowers, LOL. I want a Krispy Kremes, LOL. Just kidding. Hey, much love. Liz, ¿cómo estás? How are you? I mean, Krispy Kreme, crumble cookies, whatever it is that you like, Ben and Jerry's. So appreciate it, big dog. Absolutely. At the end of the day, you people are gonna continue to spread rumors, continue to talk about you, and that's just life. It's a little all the above. Absolutely. And is it a great place to, like, the idea is good. I like it, right? What I don't like, I think it's anonymous, right? I think it's anonymous. If I'm not correct, can someone correct me if I'm wrong? Is the app, like, if you can comment anonymous? Jessica, ¿cómo estás? Hey, how are you? Scarface. Dina, ¿cómo estás? The app has its pros and cons. Find a significant other while this hard. Are you live anywhere else? So I'm live on TikTok and IG at the same time. You can post either way. Are you live? Oh, you sign up anonymous. I was told by a friend to post on that when I don't know the other person. Like, no. See, I think that, because I didn't know. I've never been on the app, so I don't know if it's like you post anonymous. That's even worse if it lets you post anonymous, because now you don't know who's posting, right? It makes it even worse. Like, now you can just make some shit up about the other person. So it's different. So I like the you know how there's groups like on Facebook be like, are we dating the same guy? I like that one because I don't think that one's anonymous, right? That one you can see who's commenting, who's posting, and stuff like that. So now you can see like, hey, is this person even telling the truth? Are they even friends with this person? You know, because when it's anonymous, they can just make up some shit. So is the T app free or do you got to pay for it? Oh, I don't know about that. That's a great question though. Is the T app free or do you have to pay for like certain services? Those are still anonymous on Facebook. See, the anonymous part has me questioning it, because even on Facebook, if it's anonymous, take it with a grain of salt, because it could be just people making shit up too at the same time. But they could be feeding you right information. You can still post anonymous on the Facebook groups too, free. Bell's Beauty says the T app is free. So I'm just saying, take it with a grain of salt. Haven't seen your lives in a minute. My ex didn't like it, but I'm back. Hey, tell your ex it's his fault. Okay, we don't miss the lives. Be like, hey, when you Susia start dating somebody, I better come in the relationship too. You better be like, yo, you're dating me and Scarface. So if you don't like watching his live, or you don't like me watching his lives or his videos, this ain't a thing, dog. Gaslighting tendencies. T is free. Hola amor, Jesse, ¿cómo estás? How are you? All right, we're gonna get into the questions. Let me pause the music just so I don't get a copyright violation on Instagram, because y'all Instagram be fucking sensitive. Bobby comes with me. That's what I'm saying, Bell's Beauty. Tell whoever you're gonna date next that I come included in the relationship. Okay, you tell them. Be like, yo, we can make this work only if I get to watch him. So like, sorry, not sorry. All right, so all right, let's get into the questions. If I miss your guys' comments or anything like that, I'm not trying to miss them on purpose. I'm just trying to stay locked in, even though I sometimes pay attention to the comments and I fucking forget what I'm talking about. So, all right, hold on. Let me move this. He literally broke up with me last night. Hennessy's, I am sorry to hear that, but if you don't mind sharing, what was the reason for the breakup? Okay, I'm gonna tell my next boyfriend what you said. Hey, tell him. Shit, if you need, I'll make a video and post it and be like, yo, what's up, big dog? She with me too, okay? I don't mind share. Well, Hennessy, why did you guys end up breaking up? So Hennessy's is gonna tell us why why her ex broke up with her last night, because you said that he broke up with you last night. And what was the reason for the breakup? I'm just curious to know. Is my sheet acting up? I don't see the comments. Maybe. Is anyone? I see the comments on the live feed that I have over here. Let me see. I'm trying to see what Hennessy says. I'm trying to get the T on Hennessy's. He's reading on TikTok. Oh, so that's probably what you're seeing. So just so you guys know, just a heads up, I go live on Instagram and TikTok at the very same time, and I see both chats right here. So what I'm gonna do actually, so you see what I'm talking about, I'm gonna post on my story what my end looks like. Hold on, let me take a quick picture. So you'll see that I'm live on both. That way, I didn't see them either. Now I do. I feel like I'm the only one commenting on IG. Oh, I think something is up with IG. It's not on my end. I see everything. Hello, handsome. Hope all's well. What's up, Crystal? ¿Cómo estás? I don't see the comments on IG. I think IG is acting up. IG has been acting up all day. Like, not just my lives. I'm just talking about, like, in general. IG has been fucking acting up today. Hold on. All right. I'm trying to see if Hennessy's is gonna put why she got broken up with, but I see all the comments. Natalie says she sees all the comments. Well, hopefully IG. All right, I had to restart it. I don't know what was going on. Can you guys hear me? All right. I think the audio is working, but this shit is annoying. I don't know why it keeps cutting the audio. I might have to buy the other fucking system, which I didn't want to buy, but just because this one has been working perfectly fine, and I don't know what happened. All of a sudden it freezes. The audio cuts. Like, I literally don't know what to do with it, but I'm probably gonna invest into the other system. We back. Absolutely, we back. So I was talking about the whole. So she said that she has a sneaky link, and then she also has a boyfriend, and she met up with the sneaky link, and she was flexing about sleeping with them at the same time. So, again, I get it. There's a double standard, because some people will be like, oh, it's like, you wouldn't be saying that if it was a guy. Yeah, absolutely. Like, she can do whatever she wants at the end of the day. But the only thing that she's doing bad that I disagree with is you're cheating on your boyfriend. Now, that's the thing. Like, if you're gonna mess around with multiple guys, be safe, because guys do it too, right? They mess around with multiple girls at the same time. So at the end of the day, if you're safe in that area. Now, the cheating part is the part that I'm just like, you shouldn't be doing that to your partner, because would you want him to do that to you? So because karma's a bitch, I'll tell you that right now. All right, so Hennessy's finally, she told us why he broke up with her. He kept being distant with me for a couple of weeks, and on Saturday he kept posting another girl. I am sorry to hear that. So Hennessy's came in and saying that her man, first of all, said not to be was mad that she would watch me, but they broke up last night. But this weekend, this Saturday, he was posting being with another girl. And I'm sorry to hear that, Hennessy's, but I'm thinking that he started talking to her way before he even started posting her. So hopefully we learn. I know it sucks. I'm pretty sure it hurts, especially like him breaking up and then him posting being with another girl. So hopefully you don't go back to this. And this is why, like, you got to be careful with guys, even though he may have hit it too. If their attention changes, right? Like, and when I brought it up, he said he was at home, girl, and he ghost all day Sunday. See, if something changes, if their energy changes, if their attention, if their effort changes, something happened. And you need to bring it up right away, because it could mean they found somebody else. They may be hooked up with somebody else. Their attention is going to somewhere else. The moment you feel that shift, bring it up, because something happened. If everything's going a certain way and then all of a sudden it just changes, it could just mean also that, hey, like, maybe he's not into it anymore, right? Maybe he's like second guessing the relationship, which if he is, tell you, right? But something happened. So I want you guys to know that if you guys are in a relationship and then all of a sudden you feel a shift in something happened, something changed. And so you need to bring it up. But it's cool because I'm having an abortion this week after what? You forgot to mention your pregnant part. Hello, miss. Why didn't you, hold on, you didn't even mention you were pregnant by him. You forgot to, hey, like, now that's even worse, girl. And at the end of the day, you know what's best for you. You can do whatever you need to do to make sure you're okay. But that sucks. That was a kind of a little detail I needed in the beginning, though, girl. Let's not forget, hey, by the way, I'm pregnant by his baby. He didn't mention at the time of the breakup he would keep in touch. Yeah, like, did he even bring up the baby, say anything about the baby? I found out this past week, and I was going to tell him, but not anymore. Damn, girl, the shit gets even worse. Yeah, well, see, okay, we're gonna help Hennessy's out. Should she tell him she broke up with him, or he broke up with her and started posting another girl? Should she tell him that she is pregnant? Let me see what the chat says. Ellie Mae says yes. Georgie says yes. Bell's Beauty says you need to tell him. Daisy says yes. Does he have other kids? Ohio says yes. Ali says yes. She needs to tell him regardless. Yes, yes, yes. So it's a majority of yes. So Hennessy's. Based off the chat, I would say yes if you're planning on keeping it. But she's planning on aborting it. Okay, so my son keeps calling you dad. So hi, dad. Tell him that little guy. I said, what's up? Little tax dependent. He does. You need to tell him. I think he will think it's because she wants him back. Then no. How did that even go? That he was the dad. How was it? Was the other guy? Ooh. Then no need to tell him. Move on. Yes, it would change. It won't change anything. She has to tell him. Don't tell him. Okay, now after the whole abortion thing, the guy should have a right to know. She should, because what if they get back? Yeah, but you wouldn't. If you tell somebody that you're pregnant, like, I understand where she said that he could be thinking, oh, she's trying to get me back. Again, it's it's your body. You can do whatever you want. But based off of the chat, so a lot, it's a little. I wish I could do a poll. Can I do a poll on here? Hold on, let me see. That way I can get more accurate numbers. Poll, gift, quick poll. All right, I think I can. All right, vote smiley face for yes, and then vote this crying face for no. I want to see what you guys decide on. And it's only, I don't know if I can do a poll over on TikTok or IG, I meant. I don't see anything that lets me do a poll. I can do a question thing. No, I can't do a poll. This is when people's own morals and values and beliefs come into play. This is a crazy story. Like, I don't even know what to do for you, girl, but because you know more of the situation. Yes, if he doesn't want anything with the child, what did she say? Oh shit, hold on. Oh fuck, what did I say? Oh fuck, I accidentally shut off TikTok. Hold on. I'm trying to get it back. That one was my fault. My bad, TikTok. That one was my fault. That one was my fault. My bad. I accidentally pressed the button. My bad. TikTok got it now. That was my bad. I accidentally hit the button to like, I jumped out of the live. That was my fault. We got to put the poll back up. All right. Smiley face if she should do it. Sad face if she should not do it. Okay? Because I want to know. TikTok got it right now. And the question is, so the people that are just joining, because I see some on TikTok, a lot of people just joined. Hennessy's man broke up with her yesterday. She saw him with videos with another girl on Saturday. She's pregnant, by the way, by his kid, and she's planning on aborting it. Should she tell him that he's going to abort the kid? Or should she just do it on her own and not even say anything? Because the reason I said, like, if you tell him and he wants to get back, now it's more of a forced coming back, if that makes sense. Because he already broke up with her. He already told her intentions, or his intentions, that he didn't want to be with her. He wants to be with a different girl, right? So the majority said yes, say it. But again, at the end of the day, it's your decision. Because if you tell him and he comes back for the kid, Now he's just back because of the kid, not because he wanted to be with you, because he already chose another man, if that or another woman. Make the fool go half. He deserves to know. If she wants to abort, then it's her body. Oh, absolutely, it's her body. Absolutely, she can do whatever she wants. But we're just trying to give some advice here. And the majority of the people said yes, tell him. And I mean, take the information with how you will. But the last thing that you would want to do is have him be in your life out of force, because if you already chose another woman, what makes you think that he's not going to choose another woman again, right? I think you should tell him, if you're going to abort, don't tell him I won't go back with him if he finds out or not. Well, that's perfect to say, Hennessy's, but maybe you should tell him and be like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to do this, and there's nothing you can do to convince me otherwise, because clearly you chose another woman and you broke up with me. So telling him doesn't mean the outcome will change, but he should know. True. See, I like that. Because at the same time, thank you for the gifts, nasty girl. You little nasty. Thank you for the gifts. Yeah, don't trap him either. Absolutely. Don't force him to be with you. You know how some people were like, oh, I'm pregnant, you have to be with me. Now you're forcing somebody to be with you. I wouldn't tell him get it done and move on with your life. He ain't worth it. Sounds like he would be a relief. Again, you know more information, Hennessy's. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. But why tell him he left? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying like don't tell him. I'm just saying you wouldn't want to tell him, and then he's like, no, I want to be in the life now, or I want to be with you now, because now he may be just doing it out of like just for the kid, not because he likes you, because clearly he chose another woman already and broke up with you for another woman already. See, let's not forget that part. Also, would this be his first kid? That's another great question. Would this be his first kid, Hennessy's? Dang, started the live with some juicy tea already. No, it would. So she said no, it wouldn't be his first kid. So does he have multiple baby mamas, Hennessy's? Because that's another thing you don't want to be, another one of his baby mamas too. I feel so bad for the unborn child, because the sperm and egg just don't do what nature intended it to do, but now it gets killed because of this sad circumstance. Absolutely, I get what you're saying. Like, now this child had nothing to do with your guys' situation, you know. But then at the same time, like, I don't know. Because I'm not a woman, and so he has one baby mama. Is it her? Would it be your first kid, Hennessy's? Like, I don't have any kids. That's why, like, I can't really say, hey, do this, you know. But at the same time, you don't want to be a struggling single mom, you know, like if you can't provide for your kid and you know you can't, or like you've already been if you're a single mom now, right? If you have other kids and you know how hard it is, you know, it's, you know, a lot of things go into this type of situation. So that's why I always say, like, at the end of the day, like, you know your situation better than all of us. And I'm sure you'll make the best decision for you and for whatever it is that you decide to do, right? This is why you have to have a good pullout game. Exactly. Pullout game strong. 37 years, you know, reigning champ. I'm a single mom. And I'm sure it's difficult too. So this is why we protect pullout game strong, my boy. That's what I'm saying. Romero knows what's up. No, but I can go through anymore, even though I'm a very successful job. No, but I can't go through that anymore, even though she has a successful job. Me and my husband had a broken up when I got pregnant. We got back together 13 years together now, and still happily married or together. But see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she knows her situation better than all of us. So that's why I'm saying I'm sure she's gonna make the best decision for herself, right? We're just giving some advice here, you know, just like we give everybody advice and either they take it or they leave it, right? Like, you could tell somebody, hey, stop going back to your toxic man or girl, and they'll be like, no, I'm gonna go back. and then you're just like, all right, cool, whatever. All right, let's get into the questions. But thank you for that, Hennessy's. You gave us something to talk about, something to, think about what we would do in that type of situation. She says, I'll probably talk to him this week. Absolutely. Like whatever it is that you need to do. And then also if anybody else has been in that type of part of like in this situation, if you guys can, reach out to Hennessy's. She's over on TikTok. If you guys can, send her a private DM and be like, hey, this is what happened to me. This is my personal story, because it's different when somebody else has gone through a similar situation. Again, I've only put Liquid Kids on girls and in them, so I can't relate. I don't have actual tax dependents, so I can't say that that's something that I would go, that I've been through. Work on that pull-out game, Hennessy. Am I too late? No, absolutely not. We were just talking about a situation with Hennessy. So again, if anybody has gone through a similar situation, please reach out to Hennessy's. Give her some, insights if you guys can, like something that what you did or what you can do. Because again, somebody who's been through a similar situation knows a little bit more, the feelings and what's going on, and what she should plan on doing, right? So thank you for sharing that. All right, let's get into the questions. I lost all my S drive and it's making me so sad because I don't enjoy it. I used to love doing it a lot and eat and all those things, and I just rather play with myself and go to bed. I mean, it could be that you just, it could be that you're just fed up with men at the moment and you just don't want to deal with them at all, right? Or something's going on with the libido, because I had the conversation with her name is Naomi over at Bessel Wellness, and she talks about how girls could also have exactly, Vicky, hormonal issues, testosterone issues, and there's ways to help that. Thyroid issues, absolutely, medication issues too. But if you feel like your S drive isn't there, it doesn't hurt reaching out to somebody and seeing if it can get fixed, right? Because imagine, is that how you want to live? Like not having an S drive, right? Even what's it called? Naomi, she takes a lot of the stuff that she preaches and she says she feels amazing, and her husband reaps the benefits of this. So that's why, if you're going through that, again, it could be that maybe you're just done with guys at the moment because you said you do it yourself and then just move on. Or it could just be that you're going through some hormonal issues and you need to talk to a doctor, and they whip you right back into shape. Then before you know it, you're going to be clapping cheeks again, okay? All right, next question. Sneaky Link wants a threesome with another guy for the both of us. BBC to be exact. Didn't know what he was into that, and that he said he was straight. I'm not into that. He was mad because I said no. I told him if he is for the other team, he needs to experiment that with himself or someone else. Awkward moment. And I'm glad you stood up for yourself, girl, instead of saying oh yeah, maybe we should. No. If somebody brings something up like that, I'm thinking he goes both ways, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, right? If they swing both ways, cool, more power to them. I think we did see this question last time too, but still a great question. If you're not comfortable in a situation with someone who asks, if they bring something up, hey, I want to try this, they want to try it, and they're gonna either try it with you or they're gonna try it behind your back. So, just letting you know. I think it was last time that this question was on there. So, all right, hold on. Let me go into the next one. Why does my friends with benefits only in my face? Does he think low of me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It could be just what it turns them on, because maybe they watch these online videos. Right? They watch the online videos and it turns them on, just knowing finishing on their face. Or maybe that's just the kink that they have. They like to finish on your face. Doesn't mean they think less of you, right? There's no different meaning of finishing inside of you, finishing on a different body part. They just get turned on by finishing on your face. And no, it doesn't mean that they think low of you. Absolutely not. So it could just be like one of his fetishes, one of his things, better on you than in you. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, absolutely, protection wise, right? But for your boy, I like to if the circumstances are all correct, like protection is all there, right? We ain't gonna have no tax dependents running around. I prefer in compared to on, right? It's less of a mess, better feeling, in my 2 cents, right? Natural skin cream, just looking out for it. Absolutely. Like instead of seeing it as a bad thing, there are people out here who pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for creams like this, and you're getting it for free, girl. Okay, let's not be greedy. No, it's like let's not be greedy now. You're getting a free skin treatment. As long as he's being healthy about it, I'd rather swallow it. Go on with your bad self. See, Belle's Beauty over here, and that's also in, by the way. It's also in. So, not a bad thing, but usually it's a dominance thing. That too. That's what I'm saying. Like it could be a kink thing. Like it makes them feel a type of way, finishing on like, I got you. All right, next question. So I'm messing around with someone at where? Someone was in a job party and he called me babe in front of everyone. Why you think he called me babe? So I was messing around with someone at work probably, and we was in a job party and he called babe in front of everyone. Why would you? Okay, girl, you're overthinking this. He called you a babe because he sees himself with you 40 years into the future right now. So that's why he called. No, girl, it could be that just maybe it slipped. Maybe he's been wanting to call you babe. Maybe he calls you a cute name. Because, again, we don't do this anymore, and I don't encourage it anymore. But back in the day, I used to call girls by different names, like cute names, because I didn't want to mess up their name. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be like, say her name is Jessica, and again, I'm using Jessica. Say her name is Jessica, and her real name is like Samantha, right? And then you get it confused, and you're like, oh, fuck, you know, like, because I've done it before. I've confused names before, you know? So that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying it's that, but it could be a possibility. Is it? I don't know. I love the hat. Gracias, Jenny. Buy her flowers, by the way. So which one is it? I don't know. But I think it could be, like someone mentioned earlier, a dominant thing, marking a territory type of thing. Be like, hey, just so people know, here at work, she with me. Okay, he's letting everybody know, all the coworkers, she with me. Okay. Bunny, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Jessica, what's up? Welcome back, girl. All bad. Babe, sweetie, because of the rosters. That's what I'm saying. Are we talking about all sorts of stuff right now? All right, I'm going to get into the next question. Sorry if I missed your guys' comments. Was with this girl for a year. Now she's with someone else. 2 months after we split, she says she is over me and no longer in love, but she wants to have phone S, sends dirty pictures, and he has no idea. Should I put her on blast? How is she over me if she's wanting all this? I mean, it could be that one, she's probably not over you, right? Or the intimacy with this new dude sucks, and so she wants your attention. And there's also, some girls are like guys too. They want attention from multiple people. Like, let's just be honest. There's some guys that are like that. But how do you know that she's not telling other people, watch, I'm going to get my ex to do this? Because it could also be that, you know, because there's some guys who do that as well. Be like, look, my ex be messaging me. She be calling me. Look, she can't get over me. She could be doing the same thing. You know, she could be doing the same thing. They'd be like, hey, showing her friends, be like, yo, look, my ex can't get over me. So I would just say cut it off. Because imagine the dude finds out and then he's gonna a bunch of drama. What if he wants to fight with you? What if it's just unnecessary drama, you know? And so he's keeping you on the back burner, probably too. Just giving you a little bit, just hey, I'm still here. Don't worry, you know. Don't worry, I'll be back. No, hell no. Because if they do that to that other person, they might even do it to you. Just saying, because technically you went from the main piece to the side piece. Now the main piece is the the main, or the side piece is the main piece, and now you're the side piece. You know, it just, you know, look how the tables have turned. So what makes you think that she wasn't doing it when she was with you? What makes you think she wasn't messaging her old ex when she was with you? You know what I mean? Like, you just got to pay attention to the patterns here. What's up, bro? Go Dodgers. Hey, what's up, Vic? Yeah, they're actually, aren't they playing today? But we go live. I'm here for y'all. All right, next question. Why are men obsessed with their women's mouth? Now, just gonna let you know. Just gonna put this out there. I'm a spoil some things for you guys. Do guys fantasize your lips around their thing? Absolutely. You know, we pay attention to little things like that. Like, damn, like those lips would look good around my thing. You know what I mean? Like, we think of that stuff, right? And so that could be why, because they like how the lips are gonna look. That's why we're very visual creatures. Guys are very visual creatures. Like, we like to see. We're very visual. That's why, like, I like to have I want to be able to see a little bit. And yes, guys do fantasize about seeing especially if they haven't hooked up with you. They're like, damn, that thing would look good around my thing. You know, I probably make her choke. Yeah, I probably make her choke. So, oh my God, I even love my lips. Hey, see, there you go. They fantasize about both lips, by the way, not just the one. Okay, those lips would look good on my cookie. Oh shit! I mean, did you guys see the Concha video? I was going in deep. Off the first kiss, you already know. That too. Pay attention to how they kiss you the first kiss, because if they sucked the first time, it probably doesn't get better. I'm just saying. So, Ohana's like, sure did watch that video. That Concha video was so... Hey, well, thank you guys for watching it. I appreciate y'all. Best video ever. All right, next question. After 8-year marriage, multiple cheating, I finally got my side guy S. Fun, good size, but I don't know, still something missing. Feel like I need other flavors now that I started. Girl. So you're just on a mission to be on a spree hooking up with other people. Instead of just, why don't you just leave your man? And you're talking about getting your lick back. Like, see, and that's why revenge cheating, it doesn't do anything. You know, some people are like, oh, I'm going to go get my lick back. For what? Now you guys are going to argue that you got your lick back. Be like, oh, that's why I cheated on you. And that's why I cheated on you. And it's just going to go back and forth. Right? At that point, and also, like Vicky says, at that point, it kind of feels like she's looking to get caught, you know? Because if you're just looking to, hey, I'm going to go on a spree now, I want to try all the different flavors. You know how much better it would be being single and then trying all the flavors? Why you got to do that, like being in a relationship? And then what if you're trying other flavors, your man is trying other flavors? It's a whole melting pot of a whole lot of juices going on now. That is a whole lot of juices just floating around in between everybody. And it could also be too that some people actually are addicted to that freaking drama, right? Some people love that toxic life. Some people love that drama. Anytime there's like drama or like anything like that, I'm just like, yeah, I'm betting. Nope, that's a no for me. I fucking hate drama. I hate it. Like, I avoid drama at all costs. Like, if I see people starting to fight, I'm out this bitch. That's why I like leaving early places. Like, say I go out somewhere. That's why I like leaving early, because nothing good happens. Like, if you go to the bar or club and you leave when they close, trust me, nothing good happens. That's why you leave beforehand, when everyone's still having a good time. So, yeah, absolutely not. It's okay to be a little toxic, a little toxica, a little toxico, a little bit, just a little bit. A little bit too much? That's a no for me, dog. All right, next question. I started dating a guy and I feel conflicted. He says and does the right things like planning dates, says he wants something serious, calls me every day, etc. My issue is he made a S advance after 2 dates. This makes me feel like he's an F-boy. Am I right? Now, girl, your gut feeling may be right because, of course, guys are gonna make advances from date one. Let's be honest. Date one, if they could get it, they would absolutely take it. Okay. And after 2 dates, it doesn't necessarily mean he's a F-boy, because if the vibes are right and everything's going good, like, yeah, you guys are grown ass adults. You guys can do whatever you want. But if you know that he's the type of dude that just goes from girl to girl to girl to girl, and then you think that he's gonna change with you, that's how he gets you. He loves bombs you in the beginning, hooks up, and then dips out. Like, what is his patterns like before, like with other people? Have you ever seen him around? Because again, just because he made a move second date, guys make moves first date. First date, guys make moves. Second date, guys make moves. Third date, fourth, like if there's a chance, guys will do it. Now, it's different. Like if they're actually into you, yeah, of course you can make them wait a little bit longer. But even if they get it, the first date, second date, they're gonna continue to like put in effort into the relationship, right? That's what you need to pay attention. But if you feel like he's just using you to hook up, then make him wait. Because I've talked about it before, I'm going to be putting you guys on game. Most guys think that they should be hooking up with the person, or expects to be hooking up with you, the girl, the third or fourth date. And I did a poll with you guys not too long ago and asked you, how many times do you have to meet up with somebody or go on a date with somebody before you guys hook up? And you guys said 3 to 4 dates. So guys know. So take that information how you will. You know, if you want to make them wait a little bit longer, then make them. But if they're at the end of the day, you're an adult. If you have needs, he has needs, and if everything's vibing and going great, then just do it. If he leaves you afterwards, you knew what you were doing. You put yourself in that situation. You said, yes, let's make this happen. And you took that risk. You took that risk of hooking up with this person, knowing, and be like, all right, is he gonna leave me now, or is he gonna ghost me? Like, what is going on here? So, damn, it froze again. I mean, it looks like TikTok is fine. Is TikTok froze? No? Yes? No? I don't think TikTok is frozen. Hold on, let me yeah, see, okay, good, perfect. Let me just restart it real quick. You're not froze. It did for a bit. All right, we're good. It did for like 2 seconds. All right, yeah, because I'm monitoring over here and it says everything is fine. So maybe it might have been just IG. So but like I was saying, okay, sorry IG. I don't know why it froze just on IG. TikTok was fine. I don't know what happened to IG. It just froze. What's up, Bubbles? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Okay, yeah. So again, I'm gonna reiterate. Most guys, take it with a grain of salt. Most guys will hook up with you, or they plan to hooking up third or fourth date. And I did the poll and asked you guys, and you guys answered. You answered without me telling you this first. And you guys answered about the third or fourth date. So the guys are on to something here. Take that information how you will. All right, next question. Okay, I started talking to this guy. We smashed and everything, but he was being toxic as fuck. Like, he says, who you talking to? Then he doesn't call me. So what should I do? We haven't settled anything yet. So I let him know nothing. So toxic, has to go. I'm feeling him when he together. The D is good and he eats my girl. It just sounds like you're digmatized, girl. That's all it sounds like, because clearly he's showing you all the red flags, throwing them in your face. Matter of fact, he's like, you see this? You see? Yeah. Oh, you want more? Oh, you want another one? And you're just like, but he's great. He eats me so good. No, see, you see how? No, girl. If he's giving you red flags, they're just gonna get worse. Okay, he's only gonna get worse. And you guys aren't even a thing yet. You guys haven't even been together that long, and you're having a whole bunch of issues already. Okay, he's being toxic with you. He's on and off, but then you're like, but his D is great. Oh, I love it so much. Girls, get off of the D. Get off of the D and get off of like how he eats you. You minus those two things, tell me 5 great things about that man. And you're gonna be like, great D, eats a cat, is tall, has 2 arms, has 2 legs, possibly has a brain. You know, you're gonna start making shit up. What's wrong with me, Tigmatize? We can't see the red flags, and yeah, absolutely, you can't see the red flags. So, Ixnay on having relationship problems. Why does he still communicate with the ex if he says he's has it all with me? If he's still talking with his ex, huge red. You're lucky I still have another. Do you see this? You see this red flag right here? Oh shit! Hold on, I think it worked. All right, sorry. I don't see this system red flag. But now, like I was saying earlier, if you're talking to your man, or if your man is talking to their ex, this right here, red flag. Does it look green? Does it look yellow? What is this color? This color is red. It's red flag, girl. Okay. Because this is why I have my boundaries and things that I do not like. You're not going to be friends with your ex. And if you can't do that for me, we're not meant to be together. And that's okay. Like, I'm not saying you have to do it. But if you can't do that, then because I don't talk to none of my exes. I'm not friends with none of my exes. Okay. Co-parenting, different situation, right? I understand that you guys have to co-parent. People have to co-parent. Totally understandable. Like, I'm not saying, oh, even the baby daddy you got to cut off. No. But there's also boundaries there. Okay. Because it should only be about the kids. It shouldn't be like, don't worry about your day, because that's my job now. Okay. How your day is going is my job, not his. He no longer. Sorry. So it should only be conversations about the kid, not how their days are going, not how this, not how no. Edgar, I have a question. What's up, Ohana? Go ahead, ask. Maybe I should turn this thing up so I can make sure that you guys are getting audio. Brown Eyed Girl says thank you. Absolutely. Guy best friend. The reason I say no on the guy best friend, and I'll tell you why. A lot of this stuff that I say comes based off of experiences, off of like previous shit that happened, right? An ex of mine had a guy best friend, right? And I didn't think, I was like, whatever. I'm a confident person. I was like, whatever. But then come to find out, he actually wanted her, and they got together after we had broke up, like almost right away. And so that's why I was like, oh, okay, like the intentions were different. I thought that was your guy best friend, not the next in line, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, guy best friends now, nah, fam. Now, am I okay with the girl having friends that are guys? Yeah. And at the same time, like I have friends who are girls, and I have I'm fine introducing to whoever I'm with. I'll introduce them all day, right? So like if they can't introduce you, then that's a red flag. Now, granted, there's some guys who will even introduce you to a girl, and or even vice versa, right? So you still got to take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, see, and then like another, that's why I'm saying, like, if they're still talking with the exes too, is because I remember they got together. She would still hit me up, and I would hit her with that. I thought you had a man. And she's like, what man? And I'm like, all right, cool. Edgar, ¿cómo estás? Buenas noches. What's up, Myra? ¿Cómo estás? Why introduce us to the family and continue with his ex? Wait, hold on. Block them. What do you mean he introduced you to the family? He introduced us to the family and continue with the ex? What does that mean, though? Are you talking about he introduced you and still talks to the ex? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm a little confused on what you meant by that. Make it make sense. I'm just joking. Yeah, see, like you're still letting him talk to his ex. Absolutely not. And if that's a no for you, because that's a no for me. Him, like someone I'm with being friends with their ex, still talking to their ex like that, and they're not co-parenting, I'm out. Like, it doesn't matter how good looking they are. It doesn't matter, like, whatever, because that's already a red flag and I smell something fishy. It's getting a little fishy now in the air. Okay. So I'm going to excuse myself from the table. I think the family was a part of the game. Oh yeah. They're not going to paint their kid. Most families are not going to paint their kid as a bad guy. Right. Like, most parents are gonna be like, "Oh no, mi bebé es un buen niño." They're gonna be saying, like, they're gonna make them seem their kid as the best, paint him as the best picture. They could be horrible, toxic as fuck, and still paint him as the best, right? Kind of like for example, I'm not bad, right? But if I did something really bad, I know for a fact my mom would have my back no matter what. She'd be like, "No, es un buen niño," and like this and that. She wouldn't be like, "Nah, he's toxic as fuck." I'm not saying I'm bad, but I'm just saying my mom's that type of mom. Day 2 of no contact, damn, and it's not easy. Hey, like, just remember how he's making you feel and the things he's done. Ohana, did you ask a question? Hold on, let me go back. I have a baby mama. She's drama. I feel bad for my new guy. It's a lot. He doesn't like me to keep things from him, but he hates drama. What do I do? Like, you're having baby mama drama? Is that what you're having? I like that. Edgar, no friends with the ex. I'm adding that to my list. Oh, absolutely. I did. See, having baby mama drama, having baby daddy drama, having any drama with your ex is going to continue if you let them continue. And what I mean by that is, like, you got to stop it somehow. Restraining order, blocking them however you can. If they show up to your place, call the cops right away. Like, the moment you see them walking to you or knocking at the door, hey, hello, what's up? So-and-so is here. She's a toxic and a drama queen. And they're going to continue, Ohana, they're going to continue to be like that as long as you let them. Right? Because I remember somebody I know, I was about to say who it was. Somebody I know had a toxic as fuck baby mama. And she would continue to do shit. Everybody would tell me, hey, like, you need to do this. Hey, it wasn't until, like, cops were called, restraining orders were put. Like, anytime she even stepped a foot on the yard, call, like, cops. And she stopped coming around, right? And so that's why, I mean, you have to you got to try to stop it somehow. And it's not going to be easy. I had a restraint. You better get another one, girl. You better be like, the moment you see her come, hey, the salute. If you've ever seen Blue Mountain State, you know what salute is. She over here, right? But that's the only way you're going to be able to do it. Judge denied a full one because my ex threatened the person who was my witness. See, like, the more they get away with, the more they're going to continue to do. So even if you have to take, like, drastic actions by, like, maybe moving, possibly, if that's on the table. But that's how I've seen people stop their exes, is like, because I get it on them. There's some people, like, you can do restraining orders, you can do all sorts of stuff. They're gonna continue to do it, right? But as long as, like, if they push, you push back, because there's only a certain amount. Gotta stay strapped. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not saying whip it out if she shows up. Not saying that at all, because some people get to that point where they get super crazy and then they bring some weapons. You know, you just want to be safe at all times. God, I feel sorry for me. But this is also happens with like guys. I remember I was talking to a girl before too, and her not baby, her ex, fucking crazy. And I was just like, you know what? I ain't gonna do this shit because I don't bring none of this toxic drama into your life. I'm good. I'm on my own. And she hated me for the fact that I was like, I'm done because of that. She's like, no, well, I can't stop it. I'm like, you got to do something because I'm not going to deal with this shit anymore. And life says Dodgers won. So, hey, that's Dodgers got it. Getting closer. But because it could ruin a lot of relationships, Ohana. Like if you have something new going on right now, it could possibly ruin that because that's their goal. Their goal is to fuck up whatever you got going on. And if they know they just got to keep being toxic, they know, hey, like it's only a matter of time before this one leaves too. And then she's by herself again. So like they'll keep doing it. So that's why you need to figure out a way. Like I'm not saying I have the magic recipe, like, oh, do this, but there's what should she do with her BF that hates drama but wants her to share stuff with him? I think the best thing you could do, like obviously, like hopefully you let them know like what's going on and how your ex is, and it doesn't surprise whoever you're with. But I think the common factor here is that you need to fix or you need to get rid of the ex somehow. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Somebody would be like, off with her head. No. I meant like how to stop her from causing all this toxic drama, because if they know they can just be super toxic for a period of time and then the person will leave, because I was one of them. I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I ain't gonna deal with this shit anymore. This dude always calling me, threatening me, like following me and doing shit. No, I'm done. Fuck this. So like they know that they can do that. They know. And so they're going to continue to do it. So if they know like, oh, I just got to be super toxic to this person and then this one will leave too, that's what they're going to keep doing. Okay. All right. Let me do one more question. But just FYI, I think I might be ordering that other system because I can't be having this. This should be freezing and then the audio be cutting off every fucking time. It's pissing me off, to be honest. All right. I've been intimate with the guy I'm talking to, always missionary, and I'm the type to F back during missionary. We basically make love, kissing, everything, but why does he repeatedly say that I'm dangerous? Is that bad thing? I tried asking and he acts like he doesn't know what I'm talking about. Girl, to me, it sounds like he's super vanilla. You're trying to let that freak out, but you're dangerous. Right? Now, to me, based off what you told me, the guy seems very vanilla, because if he only wants to do that, I get it. It's very visual because he can see what's going on. Like he sees it going in, sees the twins. But like you said, you're the type to F back. Like he only wants to do missionary. To me, it already sounds like you're complaining about the intimacy. And if the intimacy sucks in the beginning, trust me, it's going to get worse. You know, unless he's willing to learn and change and switch things up. But if you're already having issues with their intimacy, and you have to remember, like, they can be the best looking, but if your guys' intimacy doesn't align, like you tell him what you like, things you want to do, and he can't do that, it's going to cause bigger problems later on, right? Because that's a big thing. A lot of people, they're like, oh, they're a great person, this and this. But if the intimacy slacks, they'll be like, oh, it'll be fine. No, it's not going to be fine. It's going to cause problems later on. Like, they may not be a huge problem right now, but later on, it's going to be a huge problem. Okay. Missionary can be absolutely. Missionary can be amazing. It can be great. But if that's all, if they only wanted to do missionary the whole time, say you've done it like 40 times in a row, just missionary, you don't think you would get bored of it, Ohana? You don't think you would be like, can I flip around? Can I do something different? Can we try a different position? Can I get on top? I'm pretty sure it'd get kind of boring. So that's why I'm saying, like, some people are like that though. They just like doing one thing. Maybe he's not very experienced. Again, that's why I'm saying, like, you need to like communicate with your person. Hey, let's try this. Hey, let's do this. Let's try different things. And if they don't want to try those things, they're like, no, let's just do missionary. Like, it kind of sounds, because there's some people, Brown Eyed Girl, that are just straight vanilla, right? They don't want to try other things. They don't want to do it because it's weird. It's not cool, right? So while finishing together, absolutely, Romero, that shit is fire. When you guys both finish at the same time, I like it doggy, but my damn ex was fire in missionary. See, but what I'm trying to say is that with a mixture of a bunch of different position, it's fire, and just doing missionary every time would get boring. Just saying. Vanilla has its time and place. No. I mean, if you think, then yeah, absolutely. But I don't want to be with somebody who's going to be vanilla during the week and then freak on the weekends. No, I need a freak every time. He had it while and he had it in while and using a toy. That shit is fire, by the way. Like, if you ever tried, like, say that this is why the booty plugs on my site have been doing amazing. Booty plugs been selling left and right, okay? Because this is my naughtyscience.com. Because he had it in with the toy at the same time was amazing. Because I'm telling you right now, adding a plug to the other hole, whichever hole, if you want to put it in the cat, the whispering eye, whatever. But penetrating both at the same time, I'm telling you, that shit is top tier, and it'll take your guys' O's to a whole nother level. Okay? And see, even Ellie Mae says shit was amazing. So if you guys haven't tried it, okay, and also just letting you know, that's why I'm not even joking that the booty plugs have been one of the top sellers on my site. Like, damn near booty plugs every day. But it's a good thing, because if you haven't tried it, at least give it a try. Get it a little spin. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to do it. But then you never know. It could just take shit to a whole nother level. And now you're just like, why haven't I been doing this the whole fucking time? Just saying. Just give it a test drive. See how it feels. If you don't like it, you ain't got to do it again. But just give it a try. Now, if your man is asking to put the booty plug in him, it's a no for me, dog. Because there's some guys out here, if they like it, then cool. Is it for me? Hell no. Ain't nothing going in me. I'll tell you that right now, dog. But anyways, I'm going to hop off. I'm actually going to be going to the gym right now. Got to get that pump and got to get that workout in. So we're going to answer the rest of the questions on Thursday. I think I'm going to look to see how much the other one is, even though it's fucking pricey as fuck, to buy the other system too, because this shit keeps freezing and it's actually pissing me off. So go check out today's podcast episode. It has a lot to do with sexual wellness. So if your man is struggling, if you're struggling, because she even offers stuff for women, like, check out today's podcast episode. And then we're going to be back on Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, answering more questions for you guys. So make sure you guys come back and join up. Tell your mans, and tell them, if you get into a relationship, tell them that I come included. Okay. Tell them this is a 3 relationship type of deal. All right. I'll see you guys later.